Good morning, everyone. It's Monday morning and the start of a new week, and it's assembly time. So I hope you had a lovely weekend. The sun was out. We made the most of getting outside in our garden, went for our once a day exercise walk as well. And we also planted some seeds. And later on this week, you'll be able to join along with me. Have a look inside your Wickham Wondorian pack and you should find some big or some small seeds inside. Now, one of the things I want to do every Monday assembly is read you a story, and this week I have chosen Can I Build Another Me? This is a wonderful book. I only found out about it this year, but it fits beautifully with the song you've been learning in music, and the illustrations inside are just fabulous. Even the title page and the front cover as well. Now, I love this story so much that I've had a little look around, and normally I would use the things that I find to share with the children at school. I would pause during the story and I would ask questions and discussions, but I can't. So families, I'm going to share those resources with you and share the discussion points with you so that you can make the most of this fabulous book. If you want to pause me during the story and talk about it, please do. And you can always go backwards and forwards and re-watch it. Here we go. Here's this wonderful story. I was fed up with doing things I didn't want to do. Homework, tidying up, helping around the house. How boring. I'd much rather have fun instead. One day I had a great idea. I would build another me. Then he could do everything for me. So I spent all my pocket money and bought a robot. I'd like to buy your cheapest robot, please. On the way home, I told my robot about my plan. From now on, you're going to be the new me. Yes, sir. But don't let anyone know. You must behave exactly like me. I can do that, but first I need to know everything about you. That's a bit tricky. I don't know where to start. Perhaps we should start by making a list of the facts about you. Okay, here are some facts about me. Name, Kevin. Gender, male. Eyes, brown. Family, Dad, Mum, me, brother and cat, Mimi. About my face and body. My hair is always messy when I wake up. My head is too big for most hats. There are freckles on my nose. I sneeze when I look at the sun. Sometimes my hands are sticky for no reason. This is where I'm most ticklish. I'm left-handed, and this is the scar where Mimi scratched me. I often get holes in my socks, and I can't run very fast. So, robots, now you know all about me, but I still don't know what makes you you. What do you mean? I'm just me, aren't I? There must be more to know. Let's think about it. The robot wouldn't stop asking questions, so I had to think very hard. Wasn't easy. I don't like talking about myself much. Let's see. I have lots of likes and dislikes. Likes: stamps, crabs, digging, swimming, grandma. Dislikes: homework, scarves, perfume and grapefruit juice. There are things that I can and can't do. I can put my head under water, ride my bike with no hands, pick up a crab without crying, fight invisible monsters and fit a whole orange in my mouth. I can't break an egg neatly, stay awake until midnight, say sorry for being naughty, open a big packet of crisps, or explain why I really need this toy. I'm still growing up. Once I was just a little baby. Sometimes I was happy and sometimes I was sad. I grew much bigger, but I was still me. Things I used to like, I still like now. I love hugs. I love hugs too. I think all my younger selves might be inside me. I was made by my mum and dad. My mum and dad each had a mum and dad of their own. And if you keep going backwards, you'll find lots of people who are related to me. I leave traces of me. You can tell where I've been even when I'm not there. I bet that's Kevin's mess. Who did that? It must be Kevin. Wherever I go, I leave clues behind. That's where Kevin dropped his lunch. I am a human machine. I suppose this is another way you could describe me. My hair gets longer, so I'm a hair growing machine. I'm always warm, so Mimi thinks I'm a heating machine. I can sing lots of songs, so I am a radio. I'm still growing. I grow taller every year. Maybe I'll never stop growing. What will I be when I grow up? A baker with big hair, a toy maker with big muscles, a bookseller with big teeth, a shoemaker with a big moustache. I am ever changing. Sometimes I wake up and feel amazing. Sometimes I'm bored all day. My feelings change depending on the weather, or maybe what happened yesterday. There are lots of versions of me, but all of them are me. So, that's all there is about me, I said to the robot. I'm quite ordinary, really. There are plenty of other kids like me. But what do other people think of you? Asked the robot. That was a tricky question. Others' ideas of me. What do other people think about me? Everyone I know sees me in a slightly different way. I think I'm funny, popular and good-looking. My mum thinks I'm her eldest son who doesn't always do what she says. My grandma thinks I'm a lovely boy and that I'm her grandson. My friend thinks that we go swimming together and that I'm good at breaststroke. Some of my classmates think I'm loud and tell silly jokes all the time. I have lots of places to go, but every place has different people in it, so sometimes I have to change to fit in. Whether I'm at home, grandma's house, on my own, at school, at swimming class, with my friends. There are things only I know. I don't always say everything out loud, so sometimes nobody knows what I'm really thinking. They can never get inside my head, no matter how hard they try. In my head, I was thinking, she looks like a hippo. I was thinking, my back feels itchy. This means that there is a whole world inside my head that nobody else can ever get into. I think that's amazing. I'm no one but me. Grandma once told me that everyone is like a tree. Trees come in all different shapes and sizes. You can't choose what kind of tree you are, but you can choose how to grow, and you can decorate yourself in any way you like. It doesn't matter how big your tree is, it's whether you like your tree. That's what counts. So, who am I? I think about this question more and more. Thinking about yourself isn't always easy. but it can be fun. So, Robot, can you pretend to be me, or is it too difficult? Yes, I think I can pretend to be you. Really? That's great! We arrive back home at my house. I was delighted that Robot thought he could pretend to be me. At last, the robot understood what I wanted him to do. Hello, I am Kevin. Who on earth are you? Oh no! How could she tell? So, for some of my more observant Assembly watchers, you may have noticed that last time Hulk and this lady appeared, who is a character from a Marvel film. Keep watching, because I will change and add things for those of the more observant viewers out there. You will also see there are some pictures behind me, and in another assembly another time I will explain those to you, because it wasn't a particularly famous artist who painted those. Now let's do our This Day in History and our Word of the Week. This week's Word of the Week, and it's a funny one. It's Hufflepuffs, and it was a term used in the 19th century in Scotland to mean baggy, comfy, familiar clothes. Now that's something right now I think we all know, and it was used for almost 2 centuries before J.K. Rowling turned it into Hufflepuff in Harry Potter stories. So next time you're popping on your onesie or your most comfy, relaxing clothes, you're popping on your Hufflepuffs. Day in history, and it's the 28th of April 2001, when the very first space tourist got to travel into space. His name was Dennis Titu, and he was a rich businessman from the USA. He paid around £14 million to go on an 8-day trip, which included 6 days on the International Space Station. He'd worked for the space agency in NASA, but they hadn't allowed him to fly before because he wasn't a trained astronaut. You have to qualify to be an astronaut and do lots and lots of training. The Russian Space Agency agreed to take him after a year's training. So even though he was a tourist, imagine having to train before you went on holiday. He was able to pay and train and go into space. Space tourism is still very rare, but it is possible. But you can't just hop on a spaceship like hopping on a bus or a train. You still have to go through the training. Finish our assembly today. I'm just going to go through the week with you. Your teachers will continue to post you a menu each day of what to do, and then the relevant resources and activities on your stories, and activities with the date and the title for you to attach the work to. I know lots of you are attaching brilliant work. It's okay if you can't find the right activity, but it is brilliant if you can. Don't worry if you can't, we'll sort it for you. On Tuesdays, I will post your music lesson with a song to learn and activities to do. I won't be posting you any extra PE this week because I know you've all got your bronze award, which you need to keep working away at. On Thursday, I will post a Wickham Wild activity for you, and a massive thank you for Mrs. Contreras for last week's effort. It will really help towards our silver award. So there'll be another one on Thursday this week. But today is the Wickham Wondorium Day. So straight after I posted the assembly, I will also post the Wickham Wondorium activities in your class stories for what you can do with some of the goodies in the pack. I hope you've kept them all safe because the time has come. But only the first one. Some of the bits and pieces won't make sense till a future week, so I hope you're ready. Now, did you spot today's change? That's the question. I'll tell you what it is in Friday's assembly. Have a brilliant week, everyone. I'll be looking in on the work you're sharing with your teachers. I'll be awarding dojo points, and I will be asking people for who are going to be my stars, my dojo stars, my Wickham Wild stars. I'll be looking on Friday afternoon for my study zone stars of the week. Keep working hard, keep listening to your grown-ups, and remember, we are here for you. Have a great week, everybody.